So remember when I said we weren't going to do much more storm drain stuff? Well, I think your day's about to get better. For a while, I thought it was over as well. You know, I was editing that that hour and a half storm drain video, which by the way took me like all day. The day after we recorded it, it took me like all freaking day, and I finished at like midnight. So I was editing. It's like quarter to midnight, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta freaking edit this. So I edit and I finish it, and it's literally midnight. So I hit the hay, I go to bed, and I fall asleep pretty quickly. But then I wake up to my phone exploding. I get up and I look at my clock, and it's freaking 12:15 a.m. I'm like, who the freak could be blowing up my phone at this hour? So I look at the notification, and you guys will never believe who texted me. It turned out to be this random kid who made some appearances in season 2, but I don't think he has made much appearance on my channel. In fact, I don't think he's made any appearance since season 2. Not only that, but I haven't really talked to him much since then. Well, no, I've talked to him some, but the reason I haven't really talked to him much is because he flipped his sleep schedule upside down, so he was like pretty much nocturnal. I don't know what he's been doing lately, but the only reason we started talking was because I stayed up editing, so we were happy to be awake at the same time. But this dude just... Okay, you got me. It wasn't a random kid. It was this fellow. I looked at the notification, and this guy texted me a freaking essay. But we actually ended up chatting for like half an hour, so it was pretty chill. Here's that conversation right now. So pretty much all the reasons that we said we didn't want to do this are solved by the miracle that happened to me a couple nights ago. Literally, like, so we made that video, and like for a couple days I was like, yeah, so guess that's kind of it. That's kind of the last storm drain we're gonna do for a while. And then like a couple nights later, well, like a night or two later, this guy just texts me all this, like, yeah, we're gonna freaking do this. And I'm like, okay, let's go. So obviously we have to do some planning, but we talk about what we're gonna do, which is obviously go to the mini path in INS4. Can't believe I'm saying that. It used to be the mini path in INS3. For so long it was the mini path in INS3. Now it's the mini path in INS4. We're making progress. Yes. So like I said, this dude's sleep schedule must be messed up, because he was literally just sitting, watching that whole hour and a half video, and then he happened to finish at like midnight right when I was going to bed. He was like, yo, I just watched your whole video. Let's go do some more storm drain. I was like, what is wrong with this kid? So I don't know if I said this in any of the other storm drain videos, but the reason that we just went to INS4 and I didn't keep going, because I probably could have just put my skateboard in that one. But the reason I didn't is because it takes so much time to get from INS4 to point A, and I slept till noon or something that day. Cub had to be at his house by 2 p.m. because he had to go to work that afternoon, which has never been a problem since none of us had ever had jobs before. But now Cub has a job, and that's not changing. It's not like that was a one-time thing where he was busy that day and we'll just make another plan. No, now that he has a job, it's going to be a lot harder to make times. And even if we make some times, we're not going to have a lot of time. We might only get to be at Nixon for an hour or two. So that's not enough to go from point A to INS3, which is like 20 minutes each way. And then go from INS3 to INS4, which is like 10 minutes each way. 10 to 20 minutes each way. But now that Noah is in the game, we're going to be able to have this kid, because I think he'll be, from what it sounds like, from what he's in this conversation, he's going to be open a lot during this summer to do this, and he's apparently really pumped about it, which I'm glad about, because I am too. Maybe not as much as him, because I thought we were done until I heard him. That's why I was like, whoa, you're way more enthusiastic, or whatever I said. But now that we're able to hopefully then stay at Nixon for more than 2 hours at a time, hopefully around 4 or 5 hours at a time, or maybe more, we'll actually have time to not only go from point A to INS3, but INS3 to INS4, but not only that, but from INS4 beyond, and beyond, and beyond, and beyond. And on top of that, on top of going forward, we still have all the little things in Path G, all the branches in Path G that will lead to other things that lead to other things. You think I freaking drew all these lines, all these freaking horizontal lines, to not explore them and measure the diameters of them all, to not freaking explore them? No, we're going in them, my guy. And I bet you that the fake INS3 that we thought was INS3 that was right by Ladder 2 in Season 1 is one of those G-paths. So pretty much I'm just making this video to say that even though I was talking about pretty much the whole time how we weren't going to do this, we have a lot of stuff to do. And it's not like we couldn't explore, and it's not like we didn't know about the G-paths before. We've always had a lot of stuff to explore. But the only difference is now we have someone actually willing to do it. And I would be willing to go in there. And it's not that Cub wouldn't be willing. He just has a job now. So that's why Noah is going to come in clutch. And it's not just going to be him. Some of it's going to be me because, I might want to see INS 5, I was hoping that I could be the first to see INS 5. I want to be the first man on the moon or whatever. Maybe Noah would want to... But then Noah would have to stay at INS3 while I go in. And from the looks of this, he would not be willing to do that. He wants to go straight in. So obviously we joked some about going into INS4 from above ground, but that's in someone's backyard, so we can't do that. So we have to go all the way from point A, because the only other point would be the ladders. And that doesn't really work.
Oh, crap. Just going.
So that one where I was like, don't get your hopes up. Now you can get your hopes up, because more is on the way. Anyways, yeah, see you elements in the next one.